when I look at this, cases always comes down to one or two things, right? Who had the knife? Who was the first aggressor? And who got hurt? And if you take those three things into account, who wins?
That's right. You know, you have to take into account the entirety of the situation. You can't just say this man stabbed 5 people and one of them died. And you also can't say that these individuals, you know, surrounded him and therefore they deserved, you know, the amount of injury that they have received. The jury is so important in this case, and the delivery of the evidence in this case is so important because they do need to assess the mindset of almost everybody in that scenario to decide whether his actions were or were not reasonable.
Well, let me follow up with one question on that.
Sure.
The jury has seen pictures, and I think you were here when they were shown. The river, which is kind of a muddy river, it's a tubing river, filled with blood because the man's artery was really severed here, the victim's artery here. They see that. Is there anything that justifies that force when the victim didn't have a knife?
You know, you have to look at the step-by-step scenario here. Did he intend to do this? He's charged with intentional murder, as you mentioned. Can we really put on him that he, you know, stabbed this individual wanting him to die? I don't know. The injuries are what they are, and it's going to affect a jury to see that horrific blood trail, the intestines that are out. I mean, you have to, as a defense attorney, be able to tell the jury that they need to separate their emotions from the facts and evidence in this case. But that being said, you cannot ignore the severe injuries that have been sustained, not only by the person who was killed, but by the other individuals who were there as well.